He is from the 4th Councilmanic District. He has represented the 153,000 people here. He is my mayor, Mayor Michael Nutter, and before he comes to the podium, one story about his preparedness. When I was campaigning for this office, I had the opportunity to walk down Main Street and talk to the various business owners there. And they recounted one important day when the rains had come from the western end of the state and had flooded the canal, and the water had gotten 6 foot high. That it was our mayor, Mayor Michael Nutter, who was down there taking a hands-on approach to dealing with that catastrophe, working with the managing director's office in the city of Philadelphia. He may not have been a Boy Scout, but he's always prepared. Our mayor, Mayor Michael Nutter.
On my honor, I will do my best to do my job. Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here. Councilman Jones, thank you very, very much. This is a wonderful occasion on the one hand, but I think as the councilman indicated, and I've been with Tom Foley and this great American Red Cross team. Can we give them a big round of applause, please? At our citywide cleanup, I believe I was given one of the ready bags, and we keep it in the vehicle. The councilman is absolutely correct. This is one of those situations where it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. But we always know that the Red Cross is always right there for us. I want to commend the councilman again for his leadership in this regard, and no better place. It all works out from a color scheme standpoint as well, that we would be here with our good friends from Target. Can we recognize Target and Bullseye? Deputy Mayor Everett Gillison and Fire Commissioner Ayers and Emergency Preparedness Director Marianne Maricola. I mentioned Tom Foley, Jason Sutton from Target, and the Red Cross Club Youth Council members. Can we recognize them as well? Actively involved. Our city representative, Melanie Johnson, kicking out the good information to let folks know citywide what's going on, and a Philadelphia treasurer. And I know he's on the program to speak, but he just has a wonderfully quiet presence. Unless he's on the screen, and sometimes he might have another presence, but all the way in the back, just kind of hanging out, almost like a customer, is our own David Morse, and I want to recognize him and thank him for being here as well. He wasn't standing here with us. Many of you would possibly walk right past him and think he was just another shopper here on a Wednesday afternoon at Target. Councilman Jones left off with the recent events down in the Gulf, and I'm going to pick up on that. The events of not only the past few days, but the past 3 years remind us how tenuous life can be in certain circumstances, and the difference, again, was the fact that they were much more prepared. I want to commend Mayor Nagin and his team in New Orleans and all the folks in the Gulf area for pretty much getting it right this time, having the plans in place. And emergency preparedness is not only about whether the wind and the rains come, but other life circumstances and situations can challenge us. And so we have these emergency preparedness workshops. The first one is tonight at the Columbus Recreation Center in South Philadelphia. It features presentations by the American Red Cross, the Philadelphia Office of Emergency Management, the Philadelphia Fire Department, and our Townwatch Integrated Services. For details on these events, you can go to phila.gov/ready. The city, of course, can't do all of these things by ourselves, and that's why we're asking for your help. On Monday, September 15th in Love Park, we'll be hosting a volunteer sign-up day from 11:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come out during your lunch break or whatever else you might be doing. Bring a volunteer, and one of our many agencies will help with the recruiting process. We're also able to sign you up for Ready Notify PA, the region's emergency text an email alert system. We made this announcement a couple months back at the National Constitution Center. It takes 10 seconds to sign up for emergency messages that may save your life. At this time, I'd also like to thank Ready and Ready Notify PA campaign sponsors, many of whom have supported our public education and outreach efforts over the past 3 years. I mentioned Tom Foley already and the American Red Cross. The Star Group for the branding the campaign with a unique and eye-catching identity and distinct logo for developing the creative materials and producing our radio public service announcements. Brian Tierney and Philadelphia Media Holdings, Inc. for the 4 full-page ads, and you know that costs a lot of money, that will appear in the Daily News, the Inquirer, in the newspaper, in Education Supplement that will be online all year for this year for teachers. All of those who help design, produce, and publicize our Ready Notify PA messaging. Clear Channel digital outdoor advertising. Say that 3 times quickly. Global Internet Management, Selenium, Metro Traffic and Total Traffic, Philadelphia Water Department, PICO, PGW, and Comcast. Finally, Southeastern Pennsylvania United Way. I want to thank them for sponsoring our volunteer sign-up, as I mentioned, for September 15th. I have a proclamation, which of course I will not read, but it of course lays out that this is Emergency Preparedness Month, National Preparedness Month rather, and that will be presented to our good friends at the American Red Cross. We have some other friends who are, yes, okay. You see I take instructions very well. As was mentioned, there's a family kind of moving up, and part of this is, of course, is for the purpose of helping families put together their emergency kit. So with that in mind, and I believe my part is about to come to an end, I'm going to recognize Tom Foley. I also want to introduce Miss Annetta Johnson and her daughters, Katrina and Inez, her son Andrew, and if they're all here, and grandchildren Marquise, Nadira, and Khalid. Naeem, okay. And Khalid, gotcha. Okay, I take instructions very well. And your mommy, yes, absolutely. All right, I won't leave your mommy yet. Yes, I got you, sweetie. Okay, so we have a bag for you. Okay. All right. That's a good one. There you go. Did I get it all right? I got it all right. Now I know.
No, ma'am.
Yes.
No, I can touch it.
And Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
No? This is the real deal? The proclamation is going to you, and I'm going to read this one last part. We encourage all Philadelphians to volunteer to help your family, friends, and neighbors during any time of crisis. The results are tangible. If we assume responsibility in preparing our families and communities for emergencies, we can greatly reduce the potential for injuries and loss of life. Therefore, I, Michael A. Nutter, Mayor of the City of Philadelphia, do hereby proclaim the month of September 2008 as National Preparedness Month in our city, and I encourage all citizens to educate themselves about emergency preparedness and to take actions to be ready in case of an emergency. Congratulations and thank you.
Wait, go back. Mayor Nutter, can we get a pose picture, please, with the 3 of you?
Oh, I never have my picture taken anymore.
David, are you going to come front ever so we can get you in a picture too?
Functions here before we do a couple of more things with the mayor. One is to remind everybody that though this is September National Preparedness Month, we at the Red Cross believe very strongly that every day is Preparedness Day. Last year, we ran 10 of what we call Preparedness Summits, where we engaged leaders from over 700 health and human service and faith-based organizations in our 5-county region to teach them personal preparedness and family preparedness and organizational preparedness, so that when we have catastrophes like we had in Katrina, and we have near disaster